Good morning readers. I, Harish Budu, warmly welcome you to my channel. Learn as much as possible from my handwritten articles. This 6th of July 2021 opinion paper. Open letter to Navin Ramgoolam. Part 5. Tens of other 1997 Albion drunken and sexual orgies had marked your 2005 to 2014 premiership. You are a danger to the society and to children. A. Hello, Navin. It is the 5th part of the series and we will very probably add 2 more parts. This morning and yesterday, some parents and students rightly complained to us that because their regular column has disappeared off the face of our page for some days now, we are sorry, we apologize. B. This opinion papers are of utmost importance. They concern the very near and distant future of our country. There are 2 other valid reasons among many others. You Navin are fooling the honest and pursuing labor rights. And you have hijacked Sir Navin Ramgoolam's Labour Party with your gang of terrorists. We have to liberate that party of freedom fighters from your clutches, nay, from your murderous jaws. That said, we once more offer our sincere apologies to both parents and our student friends. See, and then we have a faint hope that with these revealing, forthright, plain-spoken and reliable articles, the honest and thoroughbred Navin Ramgoolam labor rights will react angrily, quickly and forcefully against Navin Ramgoolam and his whole hordes of goondas, transfuges and mistresses, for indeed, if they do, they can save the Labour Party from an inevitable and definite death. And if they do not react immediately and take their collective destiny into their own hands, the Labour Party of Sir Navin Ramgoolam and that of the freedom fighters is programmed to meet its end and death. Since 2014, it is on automatic pilot spinning dangerously out of control for nosedive crash landing. D. There is no place for cowards. The freedom fighters are not covered. Navin Ramgoolam is abusing because he knows that the poor sang labor rights Sir Navin Ramgoolam are too peaceful. Who wants to politically die with him? Who would like to bury Labour Party alive? For now all the genuine Labour Party members are as guilty as criminal. Blameworthy, sinful, shame-faced and conscience-stricken as in Navin Ramgoolam and his clique. In 1960s, Sir Navin Ramgoolam and his freedom fighters fearlessly fought against the might of the party militant Social Democrat and the private sector. They were brave soldiers. They were not faint-hearted, not chicken-hearted, and if the truth be known, take it from me, Navin Ramgoolam is a great coward. A real poltroon. E. But even then, why am I pouring out my feelings so much? Why am I appealing to the Sir Navin Ramgoolam labor rights, nay, imploring them to act now and chase away Navin Ramgoolam and his coterie? There are many reasons. Labour Party still commands some 30% of the electorate. Like brave in Jug, not all dislike him. He has some 25% solidly behind him. In 1995 and Anne Rude Jugnout had some 20% with the old age pensions, plus minimum wage, plus the appointment of Ruben at Larrabee and Noyan Ballard Cabinet Secretariat and other symbolical ones. Plus a godsend, Navin Ramgoolam, plus a disunited and decomposed opposition, plus government machinery, plus money in great supply, plus, you name it. The Prime Minister can again win an election, and to prevent that Labour Party is the only solution. But the Labour Party of the Turk Bure, Saga Ramgoolam and the freedom fighters minus Navin Ramgoolam and his hordes of anti-Sir Navin Ramgoolam elements. F. You will surely talk of militant social movement, massive corruption. I fully agree with you. But remember, Navin Ramgoolam will be the best political agent of the Prime Minister. People will compare and contrast. The Prime Minister will outclass Navin Ramgoolam, by far. We are in 1985. The 4-member of the Legislative Assembly, who were caught with 20 kilograms of drugs in Amsterdam, had no adverse effects on the 1987 elections. Even then, was even worse. Dr. Ramjatan with serious charges of rape of a 13-year-old girl was elected in Triola. This is the painful truth in a campaign. Floods wash away all sorts of dirt. Alas, history can repeat itself. G. All told, Circe woos a Ramgoolam, labor rights? Listen, Navin Ramgoolam is evil, and that both from inside and outside. Hereunder are but a few more wicked sides of Navin Ramgoolam, which are chasing him. 1. Sometime in 1997 he was caught in a sex scandal. A director of Mauritius had brought girls for him from the company. Notwithstanding the director's sister was Navin Ramgoolam's mistress since the 1970s. A 13-year-old girl had to run away from the grip of Navin Ramgoolam. The press made headlines. Navin Ramgoolam learned no lesson. Dents of similar Albion drunken and sexual orgies marked his prime ministership from 2005 to 2014. And even more shameful. Just imagine a brother-in-law bringing girls for his own sister's husband. A note of caution. The press had denounced Navin Ramgoolam. It is not intruding into his private life. So Ornak was but the tip of the iceberg. Navin Ramgoolam had recruited many women in his office. He had promoted 3 women. Some became millionaire overnight with state lands. Navin Ramgoolam has broken off many families. In a 1970s London case, some close relatives are today more around Glamis than Navin Ramgoolam himself. 2. It is a blatant and outright lie to say that in 1991, Sat Kambulel voluntarily gave up Labour Party's leadership. He was pressured and forced to. He broke down and wept bitterly. Come 2015, on 16th of February 2015, Navin Ramgoolam was arrested. He appointed Dr. Arvind Boole as a Labour Party's spokesman. Few months later, Navin Ramgoolam unleashed his goondas to harass Dr. Boole. That was the reward for Sir Sat Kambulel's 1991 magnanimity, selflessness, open-handedness, big-heartedness and high-mindedness. True. I had lots of personal and political differences with Satcom, but history is history. You cannot obliterate it. Can you? H. Listen, Navin. You can make history. Quit now. In football, the manager is sacked after some consecutive defeats. Why are you hanging on to? Why? To be continued. Keep reading, keep learning. Like and subscribe for more thrilling articles. Thank you for watching.